Hi guys, thank you for clicking online and joining me today. We're going to take this as a usual Sunday morning class. So we're going to start off nice and slow, warm up the body, open up, and then we'll move into some building heat and some strength work, and then finally finishing with Shavasana. So we'll begin with Shavasana. So lying down on your mat, closing your eyes, taking your feet to the edges of the mat. Let your feet just relax out. Take your hands about 6 inches away from the body, palms facing up. Close your eyes. We're going to tune in with the 5 senses, so take a deep breath in and exhale, release. Begin by taste. What can you taste in your mouth? What can you smell? Hear. Notice sounds in the distance. Notice light behind your eyelids. And notice the weight of the body pushing into the mat. Now, become present with the breath. Notice the rise and the fall of the chest. Follow that breath further as it travels into the abdomen. The rib cage expands, the abdomen lifts. Then following that prana a little bit further as it travels down through the tops of the legs, all the way down towards the toes. And then as you exhale, notice that energy travelling up through the soles of the feet, rises up the backs of the legs, up the back as it rises through the neck and rolls over the head. It exhales through the nostrils. Taking this cycle of breath, this prana, this energy, noticing the cycle as it travels through. Begin to lengthen your breath. And come in maybe to a breath count as you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Now counting in your mind, take 2 breath cycles. Good, and come back to a natural breath. Again, noticing the rise and the fall of the body. We begin our practice with a prayer. Sahana bhavatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Sahaviryam bhavavahai, Teshasvi naviditamatsu, mavidvisavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly bring your attention back to your physical body. Notice taste, smells, Notice sounds in the distance. Notice light behind the eyelids. Notice the weight of the body pushing into the mat. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and the ankles. Maybe saying no with the head from left to right. On your next inhale, take the arms way overhead, point the toes. Find that gentle arch to the lower back. And as you exhale, slowly release the arms back to the side of the body. On your next inhale, bring the knees to chest, hug the knees in. Find that gentle rock from left to right. Check in with the spine. If we tuck the chin and create a bit of length through the back of the neck. Take the hands to the inside of the legs, reaching for the feet, the ankles or the shins, whatever feels comfortable today. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lengthen the legs up towards the sky, keep a bend in the knees, then let the legs fall open, moving into our happy baby. Find that gentle rocking from left to right. Good, relax the soles of the feet, come back together. Bring them back in towards the groin. Imagine pulling the feet towards the head and pushing the knees away as you begin to open up into the groin. Good. And release the soles of the feet onto the mat. Lengthen the right leg up towards the sky. Keep bending the knee. Pull the toes back, push through the heels. And if you feel comfortable, you can lengthen that left leg away. Find a gentle bounce backwards and forwards here. Make sure we're not pulling the leg with the arms. The hands are just stabilizers here. If we was to remove the hands, the leg would keep this exact same motion. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. On your next inhale, slide the hands up towards the foot. Pull the chin to chest, push through the heel. Gently assist that leg a little bit further. If you feel comfortable reaching for the foot, stay active in that leg. And as you exhale, release that right leg down. Good. You can place the right foot, the sole of the foot on the mat. As you inhale, float the left leg up. Push through the heel, pull the toes back, find that gentle bounce. And if you feel comfortable, you can lengthen that right leg away. Again, don't pull the leg. Just gently assisting with the hands. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release. On your next inhale, slide the chin to chest, the hands come higher up the leg. Gently assist that leg a little bit closer towards the head. If you feel comfortable, you can reach towards the foot. Stay active through that leg, pushing through the heel, pulling the toes back. And as you exhale, gently release that leg down. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat by the bum. Hands come down by the hips, fingertips just gently touching the heels. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. As you inhale, push into the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Exhale, release back down. We move with the breath. Inhale, rising up. Squeeze at the top. Don't let the knees fall out. Keep them drawing together. And as you exhale, release back down. Inhale, pushing into the heels. Lift higher. Exhale, release. This time you can take the hands overhead as you inhale, rising up. Draw the chest up towards the chin. And exhale, release. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release. Good. The next time we rise up, we're going to stay at the top. You've got three options here. First is to keep the hands by the hips. The second is to interlace the fingers underneath the back. You can shuffle higher onto the shoulder blades. And the third is to take the hands over the head. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. On your inhale, pushing up through the heels, lift the hips. Take your variation. If you're going to interlace the fingers, push the hands into the mat, shuffle higher onto the shoulders. Lift the chin up towards the chest, squeeze the glutes. Don't let the knees collapse out, keep them drawing together. And we come to that breath count. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting in your mind, take 2 breath cycles. Keep engaging through the back. Squeeze the glutes, push through the heels. Keep drawing the chin, the chest to the chin. And on your next exhale, slowly lower down. And as you inhale, draw the knees to the chest, hug the knees in, gently rocking from left to right. And from here, lower the soles of the feet onto the mat. Take the arms out nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the knees fall over to the left and turn the head towards the right, taking a gentle spine twist. On your next inhale, knees rise, head comes back to center. And as you exhale, the knees fall over to the right, turn the head towards the left. Slow the breath. On your next inhale, coming back to center. Hug the knees in, gently rocking backwards and forwards. Massage the spine. Make your movements bigger until you could possibly toe tap over your head. And then coming up to seated. Make sure you've got space in front of you so you cannot shuffle back on your mat. Take the legs out in front and just relax. Letting the feet fall out towards the sides. Hands come to the legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slide the hands down the legs. Begin to lengthen. Don't stay active here. Once you find that point of tension, begin to relax. Relax tension in the neck. Let the head hang. And rather than focusing on pulling yourself down, letting gravity just assist you here.
The deeper the inhale, the more space we create for us to move into this. So focus on breathing deep into the abdomen and exhaling completely as you pull the belly button in. And as you inhale, rising back up, we become active through the legs. Push through the heels, pull the toes back. It's going to feel like you're pushing the backs of the knees into the mat. You can have the hands on the knees or hands by the legs on the mat. Take a deep breath in, pull the shoulders back, lift up through the heart. Keep the chin tucked slightly. And as you exhale, moving forward ever so slightly, keeping the back nice and straight. And imagine you've got a broomstick attached to your spine, so it stays straight from the tailbone all the way up towards the crown of the head. And if you feel like you begin to round, then rising back up. Rather than focusing on bringing the head towards the knees, we begin to curve. More focus on bringing the chest down towards the shins. Each inhale, go long through the spine. And each exhale, you draw the belly button in towards the spine. You move from the hips. Stay active in the legs, pulling the toes back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold, let the body relax over the legs. Inhale, rising up. Pull the left foot into the right thigh. Shuffle so we're sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. Right hand comes behind us. Left hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Pull the toes back. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, lengthen that left hand a long way down that right leg. Gazing down towards the mat or towards that right hand. Stay active through that left side body. So if you can reach the ankle or the foot, you'll notice that you want to relax that left arm and just hang on that left foot. But rather this, working towards moving past that foot. Imagine lengthening that left hand past. Imagine someone's holding on to the hand and assisting you further into this pose. Good. Breathe into that left side body. Focus on expanding through that left side. On your next inhale, rising up. Good. Take the left foot on top of the right thigh. Keep the ankle, the foot flexed, engaged. Find that gentle bounce. Just opening up into the hip. And if you've done my classes before, then you'll know that we stay flexed through the foot here just to protect the knee. So if I relax the knee, then there's a chance that I begin to twist in the knee. If I keep the muscles engaged, then this bounce travels further into the hip. Nice and tall, sit in, relax the shoulders. If you feel comfortable, you can bring that foot a little bit further, begin to relax into the ankle, but be mindful of that knee and the ankle. If there's any tension, then just release. You can move into a forward fold here. We'll take a deep breath in, lift the chest. And as we exhale, slide the hands down that right leg. Good, so focus on deep breaths. And as you inhale, slowly rising up. Good. Be mindful as you lift that back leg, holding underneath the thigh, roll the ankle. And just flex through the knee. Good, relax that leg down. Stay engaged, pull that right foot into the left thigh. Shuffle onto the sit bones, sit nice and tall. Left hand comes behind us, right hand comes to the outside of that left leg. Take a deep breath in, sit nice and tall. And as we exhale, slide that right hand long way down that left leg, lengthen through the fingers. Gaze comes towards the mat, or you can come behind you towards that left hand. And again, if we can reach the foot or the ankle, don't relax that right arm. Focus more on lengthening through the right fingertips. As if someone's holding that right hand and pulling you a little bit deeper into the pose. Focus on taking deep breaths, expanding through that right side body. And as you inhale, rising up, nice and slowly. Good, bring that right foot on top of the left thigh, staying engaged through the foot, the ankle, finding that bounce. Sit nice and tall, relax the shoulders. Find that gentle bounce. Again, keep lifting the chest, relax the shoulders, sit nice and tall. And if you feel comfortable, you can follow me in forward fold. Bring that right foot a little bit higher up the thigh. Being mindful of any tension in the knee or the ankle. If there is, then release it. You can always bring that foot onto the mat. Good, deep breath in, hands come to the left leg. And as we exhale, slide the hands down that left leg, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, slowly rising up. Release that right foot, holding behind the thigh, roll the ankle. And the other way. And then just flexing through that knee. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together. Have about a foot to 18 inches between the heel and the groin. Notice this little bowl you begin to create in the feet. Hands come either side. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, walk the hands forward and imagine you're trying to place your forehead in this little bowl that you're creating in the feet. Move with the breath. Again, the deeper we breathe, the more space we create for us to move deeper into this. So as you inhale, feel your body inflate, as you feel your muscles begin to engage. And as you exhale, you begin to feel the muscles relax. And a little bit more room for you to sink into this. As you inhale, rising up, you can cross the feet, roll over the knees, or take the feet towards the left. We move into our tabletop. Make sure full fingers are facing forward, spread the fingers, wrap the triceps underneath. Add a little bit of grip into the fingers, so it's almost as if you're trying to grip the earth. Wrap the triceps underneath, and you're going to notice if you're doing this, one, it's going to feel like you're corkscrewing the shoulder into the socket, and two, if you're wrapping the triceps, rather than the elbows bending out, the elbows bend back. So this is going to add a little bit more force into the earth, into the ground as we push it away. We draw the belly button up, so rather than sagging here, relax the core, pull the belly button up, tuck the tailbone. As you inhale, head lifts, gently arching through the spine. You can add a slight bend into the arms here and pull the heart forward. And as you exhale, push the hands into the mat, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Imagine trying to gaze towards the navel. Inhale forward. Pull the shoulders back, heart comes forward. Exhale back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, push the hands into the mat. Maybe take the hips back over the knees an inch or two. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Maybe adding a little bit of heat here. You can lift the knees an inch or so. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. On your next exhale, we lift the hips high, sink the heels. Good. And moving into our first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push through the arms, extend through the shoulders. Take the weight into the legs. If we're relaxed in the shoulders, all the weight's going to be in the hands, so really send the weight back. And if you feel like there's a little bit of tension, you can always bend the knees, let the chest come down to the thighs. Take the gaze towards the toes. You can paddle through the legs. Good. As you inhale, rolling forward into a high plank. Keep your triceps wrapping underneath, push the ground away. Draw the pelvis up towards the rib cage as we lift the belly button in. And then as you exhale, take it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. This time, when you get to your high plank, let the hips begin to drop ever so slightly. So we begin to move into an upward facing dog. Then exhale, take the hips back. So we're going to move into this over the course of maybe 3 or 4 rows. So as you inhale, float forward, high plank. Push the ground away. Then let the hips begin to drop. The chest begins to lift. Exhale, lift the hips, sink the heels. Inhale forward, high plank. Let the hips begin to drop, chest lift, shoulders pull back. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, lift the hips, shoulders stay nice and strong, pushing the ground away. Then lower the hips down, pull the shoulders back. Good. So from here, you can untuck the toes, let the thighs drop, come into Bhujangasana, Cobra. Or if you want something a little bit stronger, you can place onto the tops of the feet, lift the thighs, shoulders come back. Focus on deep breaths into the chest, you lift up. Good, and as you exhale, slowly lower down, come down to the front of the body, relaxing on the mat. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, feet come together. Place the forehead on the mat to start off with, elbows stay pinned to the sides of the body. As you inhale, head lifts, lift the chest, keep the chin tucked. You can lift the hands here, squeeze the shoulder blades. Deep belly breaths. And as you exhale, release back down. So this is preparation for baby cobra and cobra, which is going to help us move into this a lot deeper. So as you inhale, head lifts, keep the chin tucked, shoulders lift. Lift the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, release back down. So every time we release onto the mat, focus on calming the breath. Deep breaths in. Exhale nice and slow. And on your next inhale, head lifts. Tuck the chin, shoulders pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, release down. Deep breaths in. Long, slow exhales. Good. This time as we inhale, let the chest, the chin release, the head lifts. Pull the shoulders back. You can lift the hands again, check in. Squeeze in the back. Deep belly breaths. Exhale, release. Good, so if you want to move deeper this time, move a little bit higher into our Cobra Bhujangasana. So we inhale, head lifts. Come into our baby Cobra first, lift the hands. So we keep that activation in the back. Notice the difference here than just pushing up. When we push up, we put a lot of pressure on the lower back. So if we want to rise higher, hands come a little bit further back towards the hips. As you inhale, begin to rise up, and then stop for a moment to exhale, keep that activation in the back, squeezing. Inhale, breathing into the chest, and don't feel like you've got to straighten the arms here. Keep pulling the shoulders back, keep lifting the heart forward. As you exhale, slowly release down. Inhale, rising up, tabletop. And as you exhale, sit back, Balasana, child's pose. If you feel comfortable, you can keep the hands out in front, or you can take the hands down by the sides, relax the shoulder blades out. Extend the arms out in front of you. Inhale, rising up, tabletop, tuck the toes. As you exhale, lift the hips high, sink the heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the feet towards the hands. As you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll it up. Reach nice and tall, tuck the tailbone, reaching up from the fingertips. Find your gentle back bend. Exhale. Good, so if you want a quick drink, quick sip of water, grab one now. And then we'll move into the strength side of things. So when you're ready, come to the front of your mat. We'll start our Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. So, just checking in with the feet. Push into the big toes. See if we can lift the other 4 toes off the mat. Good. Then rising up onto the balls of the feet. Lower down. See if we can lift the arches, roll to the outsides of the feet. And down, and then check the balance coming onto the heels. Good. Notice how difficult that is when you do each one individually, but when we bring them all together, we find true balance. So pushing into the big toes, spread the toes, find a very gentle grip through the toes. And from here, you begin to feel the arches lifting. Take the weight back slightly into the heels. Lift the chest, tuck the tailbone, draw the belly button in. Relax the shoulders down the back, palms open facing forward. For a moment, just notice this energy travelling from the heels all the way up to the crown of the head. Keep the chin tucked slightly. With the eyes closed, with each inhale, imagine drawing this energy up through the heels, rolls all the way up through the spine as it reaches the crown of the head. And as you exhale, notice this energy travel all the way back down towards the heels. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. As you inhale, float the hands up towards the sky, lift the chest, reach tall. Hands hip distance apart, biceps by the ears. As we exhale, fold from the hips, keep the chin tucked. Palms come to the ground, relax. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the right leg a long way back, runner's lunge. Make sure that the knee isn't too far over the ankle, so the weight's in the ball of the foot. Take it back or extend that foot forward. Good. Push back through that heel, lifting that back knee nice and strong here. You can have the hands planted on the mat if you feel comfortable, or you can rest up onto the fingertips, nice and strong. Plant the hands. From here, push the ground away. So we're beginning to create that upward lift, that left leg becomes lighter. Then step left leg back, high plank. Deep breath, push the ground away, wrap the triceps underneath. From here you can lower the knees, or as we exhale, lower the chin, chaturanga, dandasana, lower down. Inhale, your variation of cobra or baby cobra. Rising up, focus on lifting the chest as opposed to finding that back bend. If you want to move into upward facing dog, lift the thighs onto the tops of the feet we lay. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift the hips high, roll over the toes, sink the heels down, downward facing dog. Paddle through the legs. Sink the heels, push back through the arms. Gaze towards the toes. Inhale, float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep that right hip pulling down. Don't let the hip lift. Then step it a long way forward in between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, check in, knee over ankle. Push back through the heel, lift that back knee. You can have the hands planted or up onto the fingertips. As you inhale, float that left leg to meet the right, flat back at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the arms away, biceps by the ears. And as we rise up, keep the tailbone tucked, find that gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, left leg steps a long way back. Runner's lunge. Check in with that front leg, knees stacked. Hands can plant or rising up onto the fingertips, nice and strong. Plant the hands. Push the ground away, create that upward lift, then step right leg back, high plank. Whatever we're in that plank and you want to lower to the knees, that's fine. Keep the belly button drawing up towards the spine. And from here, as we chaturanga down Hudson, we lower the chest forward and down. And then your variation of cobra or baby cobra, or you can rise up to our upward facing dog. As you exhale, lift the hips higher, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Push the ground away, lengthen through the shoulders. As you inhale, float that left leg up, keep that left hip pulling down. And step that left leg a long way forward. Check in with that front leg, push back through the heel, runner's lunge once more. And as you inhale, float that right leg up to meet the left, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the arms out in front, biceps by the ears as we inhale, rising up. Find your gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then take a quick shake off if you want to drink, or just a quick breath, just to calm the heart rate. And when ready, come into the front of your mat. Just grounding once more, push into the big toes, spread the toes, find that gentle grip. Take the weight back slightly into the heels. Draw the belly button in, tuck the tailbone, lift the chest, relax the shoulders, palms facing forward. Keep the chin tucked slightly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, float the hands up towards the sky. Good, biceps by the ears as we exhale, folding from the hips, moving down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, right leg steps a long way back, runner's lunge. From here you can rise up to a crescent moon. If you want to drop that back knee and tuck the foot, that's fine. If not, push back through that back heel, and as you inhale, float the hands up. Good. Stay strong through that back leg. Make sure that knee isn't too far over the ankle. Reach up through the fingertips. So it's often it's common we find the shoulders dropped, arms relaxed. Push up through the hands, wrap the triceps, nice and strong. And as we exhale, release the hands down. Push into the ground, step that left leg back, high plank. And play back here for a second. Find maybe gentle circles on the wrists. The other way. Keep pulling the pelvis up towards the rib cage, drawing the belly button up. Maybe paw at the mat. Transfer the weight one hand to the other. Good. Then from here, as we exhale, chaturanga down, Hudson, lower down. Inhale your variation of cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, float that right leg up. This time open the hips, send the leg nice and high. If you feel comfortable, letting that right leg fall over towards the left. And then we can turn this into our wild thing, planting that right foot down, pivot, lift the hips, extend through that right arm. Stay nice and strong, pushing through that left hand. Then nice and slowly, taking it back to our three-legged dog. And then bring that right foot back down, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, then step it a long way forward. Good, again you can lower that back knee, untuck the toes, or inhale, rising up. Crescent moon, nice and strong. So we can turn these into a gentle back bend here by lifting up through the arms. So rather than just falling back and letting the hands relax, focus more on lifting up through the fingers and breathing into the chest. And as we do, we bend into that front knee and release the hands down. Inhale, float the left leg to meet the right flat back at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the arms, biceps by the ears as we inhale, lift up from the hips. Find a gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. And inhale, rising up. Exhale, moving from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, release down, step the right leg a long way back. Option to lower the back knee, untuck the toes, or as we inhale, rising up, stay strong, lifting that back knee, push back. Again, check in with this front leg, making sure that the knee is stacked over the ankle. If you find you're here and you're on the ball of the foot, shuffle that foot forward. Rather have the ankle slightly in front of the knee than back. So nice and strong, rising up. Release the hands down, push into the ground, step that left leg back, high plank. And again, maybe paddling left to right. And some small circles. And the other way. Good. And as we exhale, chaturanga dandasana, lowering down. Inhale your variation of cobra. As we exhale, lift the hips high, roll over the toes. Sink the heels down. Inhale, float the left leg up towards the sky. And open that hip. Send the left leg high. If you feel comfortable, you can allow that foot to fall over towards the right. And maybe turning this into our wild thing, lower that left foot down, lift the hips, extend through that left arm. Keep pushing the ground away from that right arm, stay strong. Feel the energy traveling all the way up to the left fingertips. And then nice and slowly pivot back. Three-legged dog, back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up and step it a long way forward in between the hands. Rising up, crescent moon. Check in with that front leg, knee stacked over ankle. And again, turning this into a gentle back bend if you feel comfortable. Reaching up through the arms, don't let the arm relax. Nice and strong, you lift the chest. And lower the hands down. Inhale, float that right leg to meet the left. Forward fold. Lengthen the arms out in front as we inhale, rising up. Find your gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 2 deep breaths. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, relax down. Take the feet about hip distance apart. Interlace the hands towards the elbows, gently rocking from left to right. Release tension in the neck, let the head hang. Good, release the arms, bring the feet together, bend into the knees till the chest comes down, resting on the thighs. Wrap the arms behind the legs, the forearms are on the calves, so the hands are wrapping around the Achilles tendon or touching the heels. If you feel comfortable, you can place the fingertips underneath the heels. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, begin to lengthen the legs. Keeping the chest on the thighs, head comes down towards the shins. Bend into the knees. Gently release the hands. Good. Plant the hands, step the left leg a long way back. Pivot onto the heels and slowly sit the bum down so we come into our wide-legged seated position. So we're nice and relaxed through the shoulders. Let the shoulders fall down the back. Push through the legs. Flex the feet so we stay nice and active. Nice and strong, deep breath in. Exhale, release. Take the hands out in front, take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we walk the hands forward. Trying to stay nice and straight through the spine, keep the chin tucked. Remember this broomstick along the back through the spine. Flex through the toes, so as often we want to relax the feet, relax the body. But if we relax, to get out of this pose, we have to engage the legs to lift up. And when we engage the legs, we lengthen them a little bit more, so we've got more case of or possibility of injuring ourselves, as opposed to staying active through the legs, pulling the toes back, push the knees down. And then that way, we're already active in the legs, so when we come to lift up, it's already there. So, as you inhale, slowly rising up. And exhale, release. Plant the right hand out in front. Inhale, left hand reaches up. And as we exhale, walk that right hand forward, gently folding over to your right side. Keep walking that right hand forward to pull that right shoulder underneath, and then pull that left shoulder back. And again, breathing deep here. Notice the space that you're creating. And move the breath into this area. If you feel comfortable here that you're not going to, that left shoulder isn't going to fall forward, you can bring that right elbow in towards that right knee and bind the peace fingers around the big toe. Keep lifting that left shoulder. Extend through that left arm. Gazing up towards the sky. And release that left shoulder down towards the mat. Walk the hands towards the centre. And as you inhale, rolling up. Good, same again on the other side. Left hand comes out in front. Inhale, right hand lifts. Nice and strong, lift the chest. And then as we exhale, release that right hand over towards that left side. Keep walking that left hand out in front. Gazing underneath the right armpit. Keep pulling right shoulder back. If you feel comfortable, you can bring that left elbow to the left knee, peace fingers around the big toe. And again, just remembering to pull the right shoulder back, open the chest, extend through that right side body. Notice that no two sides are always going to be the same. So you might move deep on one side and not the other. For me, I notice I move deeper into the right side than the left. And that's fine, it just means sometimes I've got to work a little bit harder to access different areas. Release that right shoulder down. Walk the hands to the center. Inhale, rising up. Good. Notice the depth in which you moved into that first forward fold. And I want you to notice the difference this time. So take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward. Depending on what depth you're at, you can always come to the forearms here, elbows on the mat. Stay active through the legs, nice and engaged. Or walking the hands out, begin to let the chest sink down. As you inhale, slowly rising up. Good, hands come under the knees, lift the knees, assist the feet in. And turn yourself back round to the front of your mat. Take the legs out, heels to the corners of the mat. Relax the body down. Good, let the feet fall out. Take the hands back 6 inches away from the body, palms facing up, close the eyes. If you want to, grab a blanket or any clothes as the core temperature will drop. Notice the 5 senses. Notice the rise and the fall of the body. Notice taste. Notice smell. Notice sounds in the distance. Notice light behind the eyes. Notice the weight of the body pushing into the mat. Come to that breath count one last time. As you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And counting in your minds. Notice this heat that you've created throughout your practice, this energy. Notice this room, this space that you've created. Now this is room for growth, for spiritual, emotional, physical growth. Slowly bringing your attention back to the physical body. Notice taste, smell,
sounds, light behind the eyelids, the weight of the body pushing into the mat. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and the ankles and gently saying no with the head from left to right. On your next inhale, take the arms way overhead, point the toes, find that gentle arch to the lower back. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands to the sides of the body. As you inhale, bring knees to chest, gently rocking from left to right. In your own time, rolling over to your right side. And when you're ready, come into a seated cross-leg position, hands into mudra, forefinger to thumb. Resting on the knees with the eyes closed, sit nice and tall through the spine. And we finish with a prayer. Ganesha Graha Nakshatra Yogini Rupa Rupanim Devim Mantra Mayim Naumi Matrikam Pita Rupanim. Inhale, float the hands up towards the sky, palms come together, reach up through the fingertips. As you exhale, thumbs to forehead. Om Shanti Namaste. Thank you for joining me on the mat, and I look forward to seeing you again.